Hello. Let's move over here. Hello. So, info on my next model. I mentioned it's probably gonna be at the end of the month, but probably gonna be the start of next month instead. But if you missed it, this is basically the new starting soon screen for the second model. So if you like this, you'll be hyped for the second model. But yeah, basically this will be out very, very soon. So thanks a lot for all your support. I really appreciate it. We definitely could not do it without you guys. Thanks so much. Did I hear a bong rip? You did not. I think that's my water bottle. Is it that? That's my water bottle. That sounds like a bong? Drinking water out of the bong. Oh my god. You guys think I'm on some shit, huh? Thanks so much for the prime tail, I missed. Ali Muse. I can just tell I'm like butchering all these names today. I'm so sorry. Wait. Nice close touch. It died. They did hype up the results of that survey. You gotta admit, they did hype it up. Oh fuck, that was not supposed to happen. Look at the green at, that's what I'm saying. Well, they did add a green color. You gotta give them some credit. Hey, that's not supposed to work. Oh, that's fine. You can't always do it, but depending on the situation, you can. It's just color 6 to 11. That is true. He did pull a fast one, didn't he? Surprised I didn't kill. How do you feel if someone did a Romolla cosplay? I'd love that. That'd be sick. I didn't even block the right way. I could have died there. They had hella meter. For how they structure a lot of their a neutral movement, I should start air throwing them. So they're a little... I respect like how passive they are, but they're probably a little too passive. Wow, that's a complete shit. I'm so sorry. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Like it. I thought that would hit. Well, I didn't think that would hit. I think there's... She has to block her arbiter, I think, when she dies. Yeah. That's like the one first thing about this matchup is Testament like really does a lot of damage to Millia because of risk. Hey. My bad. Oh, my bad. That's a brutal way to go out. Just considering like I hadn't done anything. The arcs is back that. Nice brace. Nice. Okay, this should be yeah. Never mind. I guess I could combo if I BRC probably. Complex Oki. On counter hit there. Really bad, Liam. You can do it on counter hit with just the succubus out, but like it's uncommon. Get a whip punish. Nice back touch. Okay. Oh, that didn't even flinch. Hey. Thank you. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, isn't it crazy? Like, Testament just straight up like summons like a beast thing, like a monster thing question mark out of like a portal right in front of you. Isn't that fucking crazy? Could you imagine you're just eating lunch and Testament opens like an Arbiter right beside you? Hippo, yeah, there's a hippo. I don't know what you're talking about. I've always used Nostrovia and Block String. Ah. I gotta start using more CK against them. I think that would cross me up from there, my bad. A lot of their adaptation has been with Capel above all else, so I'm going to just structure all my neutral around it from now on. Rather than like play any different. Wait, oh, it just ran out. That's unfortunate. Oops, my bad. That actually could have been pretty bad. I got lucky. Hey. Like Twitter attack. The Fed. Thank you. ACK. Nice dash up. that sucks. They didn't dash deep enough. But they should have, at least, they should have chosen a further range button, like, Forest there. Oh, I accidentally got, 5k. Thanks. I actually shouldn't have bursted there. Or, I should have just baited, because I couldn't have gotten much. If they use a lot of the air, it's a good situation to practice your air-to-airs, but also to practice air throwing. That was an excellent save. Oh, I did not mean to do that. My bad. Don't don't hit me. Thank you. Shut up, you. Like, hey. I should have pressed jump K. I should have done air throw. Oh, that's not good. That she has to win there. I'm surprised they didn't beat her parts. I gotta start using more 5'8" since they're starting to challenge me so much. I actually hold this combo, didn't he not? Or the second hit me with. Okay, never mind. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean by them being a little too passive. If you just show that she'll never do anything, then there's not much they can do, right? Yes. Kapal. Thank you. Oh. I think I got way more. Why is that actually punished? Oh, my bad. That was like an instant block. A cute combo. I like that. Like. Well, that was the sweet close fire. Come on. So it's face of 2 kills, right? After a nice ass whooping. Don't worry about it. It's just the process, you know. Let's jump out. Out? What about him? I fucked up. Out. Sorry. My bad. I can't. I guess I should have done Arbiter against the other super. I think I would have killed. Past matchup for Testament? I don't know really. I haven't played a ton of it. Oh, I didn't get my Arbiter. That's not good. One of my favorite pizza toppings? The one I always get is at least pepperoni. But it depends. It also depends on what region I'm in. Because, like, low-key, I am a fan of the Scandinavian pizzas. But in North America, I always get pepperoni bare minimum. Oh, hi. I'm not getting near this person whatsoever. Oh, I see. Since they commit though, it's pretty... Since their default is always commit, it's not super hard to play around. At least it's Testament. Thanks for the sub, Corey. Oh, that's not good. Thank you. That's a bad trade for me. I thought that would punish, but that's okay. I'm gonna structure all my strategy around playing against Kai. Like, typically with Kai, I'd focus more around mid-range. But since a lot of their strategy is around overcommitting as like a baseline, I'm going to focus pretty much entirely on just like staying them and just like running away. Because even if like I get hit by like random stun dippers, the risk reward isn't good enough for me to really care. Good break. Holy shit. Wait. That is one thing I really like that I've taken from Hitachi. I really like it that Hitachi, like, one time, like, someone just, like, went ham on him, and he's like, oh, we got a game smelling. That shit is so funny. We got a game smelling. Well, I should have done 5-8. Oh, actually, I think I traded in my favor. Late. I have never seen that happen before. Thank you, fuck no, I'm sorry. Put on Arbiter. Wait. Nice TP. Nice gunplay. Gonna start fuzzy throwing. Thanks so much for the raid, Sleazy. I like your fish. I gotta start fuzzy mashing, and I also need to start using a little more 6 view. Ooh, they're starting to commit a little harder now. So there really is no reason for me to not just kind of RPS with 6 view now. Sorry, I fucked that up. That was just an arbiter round. I think I got 5 feet. That's not good. Nice TP. I shouldn't have dashed with you. I gotta start sticking to only using reactive stuff because I'm getting caught by the air dash as well. It was an arbiter round. It's a special case, you know. Well, they should have just broken the wall. Oh, yeah, I need to let them hang themselves with all the options they're committing with. Since it's usually air dash or preemptive TP, there's actually not much reason for me to be preemptive ever, currently. See right there as well. Because even if I block it, it's not that bad, right? Too slow, that's not good. If someone keeps jumping a lot, is it worth it to use H Fireball? No, H Fireball is not that great for catching jump outs, but usually, if you want to, you can use Crow. Oh, I fucked up. I should have just done the other route. Look at the cool crow freeze right now. Shoutouts to the crow. You know what I was thinking of? Look at the crow. It sounds like a terrible mid to 2010s meme, right? And when I think of shade mid 2010s memes that I wanted to be done with, I always think of the Nut Shack. Do you guys remember when there was just Nut Shack memes everywhere? That shit was so terrible. Oh my god. They probably shouldn't have bursted just because of health difference, but also I wouldn't have killed because of I did 5k. No, that's a bad wall break. No, the Nut Shack. The Shack. What do you guys know about the Shack? I don't know why I said it like that. What do you guys know about the Shack? Right. Sister the 37 Silver Light. Silver Time, sorry. The nutsack was like one of the worst. Like that was actually like a meme drought. That's the only way to describe it. Like I don't know how else to describe it other than a drought. Cause that shit was literally just like the nutsack theme. It was literally just that without like with them taking away shit every time. Anyways, my point is, it reminded me of that. It just like, there's just like a theme song with it. I literally don't know how else to describe it. Like, it's literally just like, they just say the nutsack over and over again in the like the song. I don't know, people thought it was fun, I guess. Thank you. Well, that's like a success. I specifically only did 6H from that range because they showed a lot of dash up and 4. That 6H actually would have lost if they had done nothing. I was actually out of their range, but I just assumed that it would work. For us, that's good. I actually think I could have killed. I did not expect that combo to work the way it did. Alright. What do we order? I actually... I don't know, I'm not in the mood for wings. I actually could go for some wings. You are one smart customer. I gotta give it to you. Oh, it's a... Oh, you went to ball sticks early. Hey. That was a good jump. They're a little ready, but with jump here, jump K, that's even good. I also could have started the pressure there since I had messed up. Nice guts. Volcanic Viper. Nice save here. I gotta start using more 5H and less success because of how they're structuring a lot of their pressure. I shouldn't have done Rock Crow. In general, since their game plan structure is still built around preemptive, or like over-reflecting into like really preemptive like things like 6S or TD, I probably shouldn't do anything but just probably should never actually move towards them. Unless it's like a situation like that. Oh, I should have done Arbiter, that definitely would have killed. For reasons like that. There's no recovery frames in... Well, there are recovery frames technically, but you can cancel them. FD is a boomer habit. It's in older games, you had to FD or like you could not cancel your shit into recovery. Or sorry, you can cancel it out of recovery. So oh god. So as a result, like if you typically when you see people just FDing like that, it just means that they've played older gears. Like but like currently I think the best strategy for fighting someone who like approaches kind of like this is a lot of my like pressure structure, well, I'm hella bursting that just for the corner. I think the only real reason to like to force stuff is literally just when they have stain, so that you can create more distance with the sustain proc. Like nice gets. Right. Fucking test on 60 here. Like that's kind of what I mean. Like I shouldn't be moving at all into that. I should just like kind of use Stain to. I could have killed. I need to just use Stain. Like, because like usually even if I run forward and they IAD at me, then like there's a chance they even cross me up and it's harder to get here. So that's like one reason. But on top of it, it's just like I think like I'm just much better at fighting at mid range. No, you can play grounded with me and still do great. In fact, you're probably better playing on the ground than the air in this game. I did not think it would worry it so much. Yeah, obviously you have to do air combos, but I assume that's not a problem. Like, let me fix that. That was a good test. Oh, I fucked up. I love the pretty cow with the question mark. That's actually a good combo. I thought that actually wouldn't kill. How wrong I was. That garlic there. If it's needed. Thank you. Thank you in advance. Thanks. Yeah. 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 I do have to say, like, Gold Lewis talking to Bridget in the story and opening with cowboy or cowgirl question mark is so fucking god. Like, I love that so much. Cowgirl or cowboy? The real genders. Like, that's like an example. I probably would have ran forward in another situation. Thank you. Like, I don't know, there's just something very funny about it. Like, imagine like any other character like doing something like that. Like could you address your gender for me by telling me, are you cowgirl or cowboy? Hell yeah, Rose. I'm glad to hear it. I actually got, what's it called? I actually got, a button. Oh, that's pretty bad. Nice PRT. Oh fuck, I looked away because I thought I buffered my 226F. Well, they should have definitely broken the wall. That's a bad wall break for me. See, the whole reason like I went to tech there is because they already show that they'll do like full screen run up throw to try to win games like that. If they hadn't shown that to me before, it wouldn't have been as great. Or it would have been great. The valid strategy. I mean, it is. The chaos. Who you doing good? Six P, 2d6s, it can be gapless. It depends on how much they charge it. How do I feel about Bridget? I'll probably still play her on the side for fun. But, I mean, I never intended to main her. I was just playing her to see how she is. For the most part, I don't think super highly of her, but it is very early still, so... She has a lot of room to grow. Bro. I did not see LK's ridiculous. Oh, that combo. I fucked that up. Sorry. Wait. Should have thrown, bro. I think even if this hits me, it would have been burst safe anyways, so... Thanks so much for your sub, Mantic Cat. Highly appreciate it. Nice jump. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking tomorrow we'll do a open lobby. In case people want to play that aren't in Celestial. Or just not in North America in general. Like, but I'm thinking we may also watch Evo top 8 first. For Silver's Testament, I would say a lot of it is just like choosing how you commit. I think sometimes you're too focused on trying to commit from a far distance. Like from full screen, you usually ran into Arbiter a lot. Whereas like mid screen, you basically never run into it because you would usually be moving. Or I should say you would not be moving. So, that was definitely one thing. If you're max distance, you can't dash through Arbiter. Arbiter will like spawn like right before you dash into it, so you just dash. You just straight up dash into it. Just dash under. But a lot of it is positioning and like RPSing around it. Well, I gotta get back in the habit of this. Since they're using so much Catal. Nice. They are actually willingly choosing an RPS, so I guess I won't swap my game plan at all. Basically, you can low profile under Catal, so like if they ever just choose to like do super late falling stuff around it, usually I'll take that as a win, just because like, oh god, that sucks. Just because like most of the time you don't want to actually you don't want to play like risk forward, especially when you're Millia. Though against Testament it's not so bad because Testament obviously can't match it like that much damage. I greatly appreciate it. And overhand. Thank you. Nice, okay. Alright. Nice turn up. Right. Oh god, that's not good. That was air throw anyways, but it would have worked. Online tournaments for the next foreseeable future, yes. Offline ones, I'm waiting for my visa. But soon, hopefully. Thank you. That shit did not look like it was gonna hit, huh?
Duel 2.
Wait. I should have done, Low Arbiter, probably. I am in Canada, yeah. Like, that was a good fight. That was a bad throw by me. That was really bad. I respect the fact that they haven't pressed something and how they've been moving. It's probably just a little too passive. Definitely a little too passive. It's 3:30. Nearly 50. There's a coaching night? Not really, but there's my Discord, which has a lot of people in it, and if you're interested in improving, if you hit them up and you hit them up to play sometimes, I'm sure they'll give advice. But obviously, if we ever play online, I'll give advice depending on what I think. Like, I'm gonna do an open lobby tomorrow, probably. That was bad, I should teleport it. I thought that would kill. I should have just, I should be fuzzy, probably fuzzying there. Like, fuzzy IBFE into, fuzzy Master P, probably. Oh god, I've never seen that before. I should have just let me in. Oh, that sucks. That's actually very dead. Maybe not. Yeah, one more chance. Yeah, fuzzy blocking is very important. I would highly recommend it. For me. Look at this combo, it's hitting hard. I thought maybe she may be like a smidge too far. Yeah, I give hella really cool clips. Basically, if I say I'm dead, then you can assume that I'm not. Which I think is why I've never been on Willick. Well, actually that's not true. I was on the very first Willick kill. But I don't think I've been on before that, or after that. That Polygon video is really good. And I'm not saying that because I'm involved in it. Well, I wasn't involved in it, but I'm included in it. Yeah, Romolla. It does have a Romolla reference, which that's a great introduction into the FGC, you know. Maybe. Nice start up. That was super good. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I just didn't want to end in super. Oh, goodness me. Maybe I'll order some food. I'm getting pretty hungry. I forgot what I was gonna order, but I'm gonna order something. So thanks a lot for hanging out. We'll be back again tomorrow. We'll probably watch Evo and do an open lobby tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Stay safe. I'm not getting Papa John's. Peace out. See you tomorrow.